Hi! Sorry, I'm like all the way down here and in a very awkward little position, but I need to do my homework. So a couple weeks ago I asked you guys to ask me some questions on Instagram, so I'm gonna answer them today. But also I really need to work on my homework. This is my don't do that. This is my current assignment right now. It's a transparency project that I'm doing with gouache, and there's like so many little paint things that I have. There's like a lot of stuff right now, so I'm just trying to like get my work done. My stuff is due tomorrow, but I also really need to film, so you're gonna come and do homework with me. Yes? Yes. Grab a snack, get a drink. Oh, I need to get my drink. Hold on. I got this new mug today at the mall, and it's very, very cute. So if I can just get it out of the packaging somehow? How do I do this? Oh, okay. Oh my god, there's like a rainbow ring in it. That's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna get water. If you want to work with me while I like ramble and paint, then go ahead, grab a drink or something nice, and let's start working. I have to finish this, and then I have to do some color square things. I do have a light box that I've been using to transfer like the printed image on the back that I designed, so I don't have pencil marks, but that's irrelevant. Now I need to mix colors. I'm gonna put this in my desk so it doesn't get dirty while I mix paint. Then move in all of my little containers and stuff that I've been using. What color is this? I feel like it's just this color with this. Hopefully that gets me the right color. I'm really bad at mixing colors in my opinion. Also, this is gouache, which I haven't used a lot before, so I'm just trying to like figure it out. Need some water. Let's just talk about life at RISD so far, because I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in a while about that. It's been good. I don't have much to say about it. The workload's been pretty intense, but I've been trying to cope and get all of it done. It's definitely not impossible, but I wouldn't say it's easy. I've only pulled one all-nighter so far the entire year, which in my opinion is really good. So to test the colors that I've been mixing, I've been using these little, I have like a couple of them. These ones are already full, so I just have them and they're really cute. I paint a square like that, and then I match it up to my actual drawing and see if it looks good. And this looks pretty good actually. So now I can move all of my little heart guys out of the way. So now I have my like mixed colors. So now I can pull this out and start working. I need this tiny brush. Let's answer some questions. Most difficult versus most boring / easy class so far. I think for me, the most boring class, such a loaded question. Boring? I wouldn't say any of my classes are boring, but I guess if I had to pick one, probably drawing, only because in the beginning of drawing studio, we used to do a lot of the same thing, but now we do a lot of different things. Like we started making skulls and stuff, so it's not really boring anymore, but we used to just do figure drawings, which I'm not complaining about because I really like figure drawings. It's just that for a good while that was all we were doing, so I guess I would count that as boring, but I wouldn't say any of my classes are boring at all, especially when compared to like my high school classes, because I really dreaded going to some of the classes I had in high school because I felt like I didn't need them. In comparison to that, RISD does not have any boring classes. Tips for being confident in your art. It's something I struggle a lot with. I think it's really hard being confident in your art just because it's a very subjective idea. Anyone can think your art is bad and anyone can think your art is good, and there's very little proof of whether you're good or not. I think for me, a big thing for self-confidence was just finding things that I like to do and just not caring about what other people liked anymore. Obviously, you should still care about self-improvement. I think it's very difficult to be 100% confident in your art when you don't have a lot of proof, and that's why I entered a lot of competitions. I don't think it's that important, like your skill versus your confidence in your art. You can be confident in your art and still be aware that you have a lot to improve on. I do think it's important to be confident in your art no matter how good or bad you are, just because it is something you made and you should be proud of it no matter what. But also I feel like I'm not exactly one to give advice about art and self-confidence, because I think it's something you're always having to work towards. Oh, I love painting circles. It's so satisfying. This whole thing is just so satisfying. It's like a paint by numbers that like you designed yourself. It's really fun. I really like this assignment, actually. This is one of the first assignments at RISD that I've truly enjoyed, which kind of sucks to say, but a lot of foundation year is just doing exactly what your teacher wants you to do. Have you ever done digital art before? I've done very little digital art, but I have. I've designed a few things digitally for t-shirts, which is basically the only thing I've done, because in high school I was president of the French club and I was captain of the fencing team, and I was also president of NAHS. So I designed a couple of t-shirts in my time. I definitely have done digital art. I wouldn't really count it as having experience in digital art, to be honest. I really like digital art though, but I prefer traditional art just because I really like tangible things. What art supplies are you really into / using right now? By the way, I love you in your videos. Oh, thanks. I currently am using a lot of markers. I usually use a lot of Copics, but lately I've been using a lot of Faber-Castell for my sketching and my sketchbooks. They're really fast and they're easy to carry around, and I have a lot of Copics, so it'd be pretty difficult to carry all of those around with me. Pen and marker, basically, have been my mediums for the past while. For classes, I've been using a heck ton of gouache. Like, let me show you. This is what I've been doing. I had to make a color chart, which I did, but these were all the rejects for the color chart, right? Like, there's so many. And also, if you didn't think that was enough, I also have this whole box right here, just full of, you know, squares, and squares that I cut out, and more squares that I cut out, and just a lot of it. I don't want to spill it onto what I'm drawing right now, but I've been using a lot of gouache. As much as I love painting, it drives me a little crazy, in case that isn't obvious. Did I just lose a paintbrush? Or was this the one I was using before? No, this was not the one I was using. Where did my paintbrush go? Oh. Nice! So my preferred medium currently would be marker and pen. Oh, and glitter pen. I've been really into glitter pen lately, which, I don't know, isn't very out of character for me. What is it like living away from home? Honestly, it's come and go. It's nice at times, and then it really sucks at times. I really miss home a lot of the times, even though I thought I wouldn't. I was never very attached to the town that I grew up in, although it would obviously be nice to go back home for Thanksgiving, which I will be in 2 weeks, which is really exciting. Even though that's really nice, I more of miss the people than the actual place itself, I guess. There are a few locations that I miss solely because of sentimental value reasons, but other than that, I do miss the people from home though, and I obviously miss my family a lot and everything else, but I would be okay being farther away from home, I think, just because even though I grew up there my entire life, I just wasn't that attached to it. Biggest regret? Best advice for aspiring artists? Oh my god. Biggest regret? Biggest regret. I feel like I lived my life for the most part like without any regret, if that makes sense. I mean, I'm also only 18. Like, what regrets could I possibly have? Best advice for aspiring artists, though. Work hard and make sure it's self-fulfilling, because I think art is one of those things that if you don't enjoy it, you're not gonna go far with it. There's not much in the world that pushes you to do art. People are always gonna say like, oh, you should be a doctor, oh, you should be a lawyer, oh, you should do this and that, but no one's ever gonna personally encourage you to be an artist, except for maybe your close family and friends. Art has to be very self-fulfilling for you, and you can't be doing it for anyone other than yourself, or it's gonna not last very long. If you really love it, then it will get you very far, and it's not impossible to find a job, and you can do it. That's really deep. I didn't mean for it to get this deep. I think it just like it just happened, but is art as important as other career paths? This is kind of what I was just talking about. I think it is equally important. However, I don't think a lot of people think it's equally important. So I guess my personal opinions are different than other people's. I think the way the world is right now is that although it's not as crazy to be an artist and go to art school, it is still something that no one encourages necessarily. Maybe in some parts of the world they do, or maybe even parts of the country, but where I live, it wasn't necessarily encouraged or like praised. It wasn't like a cool thing to go to art school. It was like a crazy thing to go, especially when I was younger. So I think the school system does not value art the way that it should be, but I think that's just how it's always been. I don't think that's something that can be changed necessarily right now, and I don't think that it's the fault of anyone. I think it's just that's how it's progressed to this point. I think that it's really difficult to have art seem as important as other career paths, just because it's very low-key right now. How's your day going? Wow, a much lighter question. How is my day going? My day's been good. I went to the mall today and I got some things. It was mostly just a really quick trip because I lost one of my AirPods and it got ran over by a car. If you want to see it, this is the remnants of my right AirPod. It got ran over by a car. So, nice. I love it. The Apple Store made me wait 30 minutes, which was really annoying and I hated it, but you know what? It's fine. I got what I needed and I left immediately. Do you like my little heart containers, by the way? I got like a bunch of them in bulk and I'm already like running out of room for them in my room. So, okay, I'm done with the circles, I think I want to say. Am I? I guess so. No, I'm not. I forgot this one. Nice. Where'd it go? Is this it? I hope. I want to say, is this what I just mixed? I have so many pink containers that I'm like forgetting where's what, and it really sucks. How's my day going? That's such a like cute question. I love that question. Today was daylight savings, so I got a whole extra hour, which really just lifted my spirits, which was very nice. And I really needed it, I think. I woke up at 10 and I was like, wow, I'm so refreshed. Little did I know it was actually 11. Favorite and least favorite parts of pursuing art in college so far? I guess my favorite part is that this is all I have to do, and this is all I have left to do for a good while, is that I can just focus on art and not do anything else. My least favorite part is probably still not having enough time for personal art. I have so many assignments to do that I haven't been able to draw what I want to draw for a long time, and I think that definitely affects how I feel mood-wise. Anyone, after a long time of not being able to do what you want, makes you really upset. You know, I don't get to draw what I want, but the good thing is I am still making art all the time, so I think it's like a close enough balance that it's keeping me on track and I'm fine where I am. You know, getting to do art above anything else definitely is enough for me. Dang, these questions are getting really deep today. Way to go, guys. Woo! Okay, this is gonna be a ride. I have so many questions left to answer. Alright, where are you from? I am from Atlanta! I am from the East Coast, so there hasn't been too big of a change up here in Rhode Island, which is nice. The weather is definitely colder than I expected. Not expected, than I'm prepared for, I guess, because I'm such a baby when it comes to the cold weather and I get really cold really easily. Which is why I've been drinking an abundance of tea and also trying to stay hydrated, which everyone should do. Stay hydrated. It's important. Winter is coming. Make sure you're taking care of yourself so you don't get sick. What is your favorite book? I don't read a lot. I don't think that's a secret to anyone who knows me personally. I definitely don't have a heck of a lot time for it, so I don't do it very often. But I really do like this one graphic novel. I really like the book Seconds. I think it's really well drawn and I love it and it's just beautiful. What is something that you practice in your sketchbook every day to get good at art? I don't think it matters exactly what you practice, just as long as you're practicing something you like. I personally really like realistic drawing just because I think if you have a good grasp on reality and the way that works, piece together objects and shapes to make realistic looking things, that it really helps with everything else. A lot of observational drawings. I guess I just drew every day. I think that's really important, is just draw a lot. So yeah, I need to mix another color now, so I gotta take a break from these questions. I guess I would be this color mixed with some yellow. Do I have yellow? I do have yellow. Where's my yellow? There's my yellow. Oh, okay. That's the water I'm using, I guess. Alrighty. I honestly have so much work to do today. Like, this assignment I've been working on for the longest time, and it's it's so killer. Is that closer? That looks closer, but still not yellow enough. I'm out of space on this little sheet, so I guess I need another one. I have a lot of little, like, pieces of paper in my desk because I cut a lot of them from my last assignment that I still have here, actually. It's a really cute assignment. I did a lot of drawings. Get out of here. Get out of town. Excuse me. How have you been doing art-wise? Have you had time to sketch lately? Oh, I covered this a bit earlier, but no, I haven't had time. I haven't had time to do my own art, but I have been doing art every day, which makes me very, very happy. I think if I was in a normal college and not able to draw every day and didn't have time to, I would go insane. Do you listen to Fall Out Boy? Yes, I do. I used to listen to Fall Out Boy a lot when I was a sophomore in high school, and then I kind of fell out of it. And now their new music I really like, which is surprising considering most of the punk bands that I listened to as a kid I really didn't like when they switched over to like pop punk. I really like Stay Frosty Milk Tea. I think the name is super cute. What are you studying in RISD now? So I am I'm a freshman at RISD, so that means I'm in foundation year, which means I am in an exploratory year where I don't have a major yet. I am allowed to declare my major pretty soon, actually. Before the school year ends, I declare my major, and I'm planning on going into illustration. So that is what I will be studying next year. But currently, I kind of do a little bit of everything. I just do whatever assignments my teachers tell me to. I have 3 classes that are studio classes, and then I have 2 liberal arts classes. So I also have a language arts class and an art history class, which are going fine, I guess. They're alright. I got a 97 on my midterm, in case you guys were wondering from my last video. What are your plans for Halloween? So, for Halloween, I went to Artist Ball. It was Halloween weekend, so it technically wasn't Halloween. It was really fun. RISD hosts this party called Artist Ball, and everyone gets really lit. It's great. As for actual Halloween, it was on a Wednesday. My teacher canceled lit class, so I guess that was great. But other than that, I stayed in and did homework, just like I do every night. So the workload at RISD is quite extreme. Typically, I do have to stay and do work, which isn't the worst thing because I do like the work that I'm doing, but at the same time, it's like, damn, I'd kind of like to go out for once. So yeah. Now I have Stay Frosty Milk Tea stuck in my head. Advice for high school. Oh my god, high school. I've made a couple videos on high school, so I will link you to one up here, where basically I just talk about how I did art in high school, how I got here from high school, things like that. So if you're looking for that kind of advice, go watch that video. But I guess high school in general is just work hard, be safe. If your parents drive you crazy, don't worry, because you'll be out of the house very soon and you will miss them. I think it's important to learn to grow in high school. You don't have it all together, and that's okay. It's very okay not to have everything together. Be confident, be happy with who you are, and try hard for grades. Grades are important. Don't do drugs. Do you like spicy things? Like hot Cheetos? Oh my god. I cannot. It is so, like, embarrassing that I cannot handle any spice at all. Like, not even a little bit. It's really bad. Like, I can't eat a lot of Chinese food because I can't handle the spice. I'm really sensitive to it. No, I don't like spicy food, which is really disappointing to everyone around me, so I'm very, very sorry. How's the long distance relationship going? It's been good. In case you guys didn't know, I am in a long distance relationship with someone who is quite far from here. He is on the East Coast, I would say, but long distance is going great. I think we're managing quite fine, and I'm very happy with where I am. Not a question, but I've always found you really pretty. Thanks. How do you study/take notes? Okay, that's a really good question. I was one of those people in high school who never really studied. I did obviously study the bare minimum just to, you know, get through the class, but I did a lot of paying attention in class and asking teacher questions. I'm also a very avid note taker, so anything the teacher said, I probably wrote it down, even if it's about their weekend. I think it's fun in a way. I have a lot of cute stationery and things like that, so that's what makes it fun for me. I'm not like insane, don't worry. I find a way for it to be interesting to me to take notes, and that's how I get through it, I guess. If you've ever seen my notes, they're actually, even though my notes now are from lecture and they're quite messy at times, I think they're still kind of pretty. As for how I actually take notes, I just scribble down whatever the teacher says, like anything. I will write it down, no worries. Least favorite color? That's a really weird question. My least favorite color? I guess, I really don't like, where is it? Phthalo green? Windsor has a Windsor green. I really don't like this color. It's very sheer and it's very artificial looking, I guess. And so that would be my least favorite color for like clothing and art. Okay, did you stress a lot when you were doing your portfolio? I did stress a lot when I was doing my portfolio. Not because I thought that it was bad, just because I was afraid I wasn't going to finish. I'm very meticulous with all of my art, so it takes me a lot of time, and I didn't necessarily procrastinate. I was just afraid that whatever I was working on would not be finished on time, which would lead me to want to rush it, which would lead it to be bad, which would lead me to want to redo it, and so then I'd redo it, and then it would have taken like twice as long as if I just did it right in the first place and calmed down. So I did stress quite a bit. There was a lot of question of what to put in my portfolio because I had a lot of pieces from my entire life. I need to mix this color with this color. And then need to add white, which I bought. I bought a new white today because I ran out. It's new and fresh. How satisfying. Oh my gosh. Can you film another sketchbook tour? Love the first one. I can film another sketchbook tour. I actually have my old sketchbook with me because I was planning to do a sketchbook tour. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So hopefully that'll be one of my next few videos. Did you wear braces? Because your teeth are perfect and so white. Thank you. I did not wear braces when I was a kid. My bottom teeth are actually jagged, but it's not that bad, so I just never got braces because I didn't think it was necessary. How did you start getting into drawing? I was an only child and my mom had to keep me occupied somehow, and my mom really liked drawing when she was a kid, so she taught me how to draw. I just kept drawing, I guess. I really liked it. I learned what my mom taught me, and then I started wanting to learn more, so my mom put me in art class, and then I wanted to learn even more, so I came to college for it. I guess that's pretty much how it all escalated. Not that interesting of a story. Pancakes or waffles? I like waffles because I like that they're crispy. I actually had waffles this past weekend and they were so delicious and yummy, and I had ice cream with them and it was just, it was so good. That looks like all my questions. Oh my gosh, we got through all of them. I am very close to finishing this, so I will show you guys at the very end. This is what it looks like. Isn't it beautiful? Wow, I finally finished it. Isn't it lovely? And I will see you guys in the next video, hopefully very, very soon. I'm trying to post more, so get ready for that, but also school's very, very stressful, so we'll see how it goes. I will see you guys when I see you guys. This is where I've gotten so far. Thanks for watching, and I've been doing good at IRISD, so don't worry about me. Make sure you're doing good in whatever you're doing. I hope you're doing well. Stay hydrated, take a nap. I will see you guys in my next video.